So now, we are going to start this new video with the knowing that what we are now bringing forth for the each and the all of you through this all are both a group of beings who are in it for the alls, plus an extra extender, so to speak, or an online accelerator that we will be telling you all about throughout this whole video. So definitely stay tuned in for that, because we seldom do talk to you about these things that are being done to and for you from behind the scenes here. But, and this is a gigantic but here, these two things now are being done for the each of you to then show you on up into even more here by ways of leveling you up and on into even more here via or by ways of your very own true interior guidance systems within, which then do access yourselves as this being here who is or has both leveled up and is now showing up here too as well for today. Okay? So just do firstly, pay attention to the words that are being stated here, because they too are to give to you clues and frequencies both that are conducive to your best growths here. Okay? We are always bringing forth for all of you gains of functions here that are conducive to your own growths instead of against them all. And so just do know that everything is in your own control, according to just how you yourselves do come forth or forward here as are in whom you now have either become and or are becoming now. Okay? So now we will explain to you your first tool in your own gain of functions in all that you can be, do, and to have as here. Amen to all. Just before I read to you both of these next two features, I was given a message to bring forth that we, the angels, your own angelic guides, want you to know that we have decided to open up the whole group to anyone who is willing and wanting to step up and forward here, to and for the each and the all of yous who are now ready, willing, and able to be here first, exercising their own rights to. But not only that, but that now they too can be here showing up now to and or for all others. And so, this is now an open group to those who are indeed now willing and want to help the whole of the worlds here to now become as one. But not only that, but to also be here now in the manifesting of this new and improved, great big beautiful world here for all of us to live and to thrive within. And so if this sounds like you and who you are now being for the each and the all of us, well then, this program and this particular group of light beings are as well here now too for you in this great big world of manifesting properties, or in just how the each of us individually, but also as a group, can be and now will be here manifesting this great big now much more beautiful world for all of us here. Amen. So from within these next few pages of information that we are about to bring forward here to and or for you, you will learn this, that we are all here to and or for one another. But not only that, but that now we too are also here only for ourselves in this. And that just means that we do manifest here individually as one, as well as from within our own group family setting here. Because we are the true and best, most significant beings who are here building worlds the ways that we do want for them to be here, for the each and the all of us, together as one now. Amen. So come along with us now here, and we can show you all in just how to be manifesting as more, manifesting as your own true creator has now made you all to be here, being and doing as are in. Now that just does mean that we, the angels, your very own true angelic guides, will be here right alongside you each and every step of the ways to the light of the Lord, which resides within the each and every one of yous here. And so that you can then be here, exercising your own rights to be here as more than even you maybe ever imagined that you could be and or would be, once you grabbed your own true bull by the horns and warranted this all as so. And so before then, you will just all be here saddled up and moving on out. But not until you do reach within for it will you even know which are the right and the true ways here for you to be going down from within. If you get our drift here. That is, you will all be shown from within you which ways are the right ways from within you. For you to be here, being, doing as, or in going down from within. Do you get that here yet? That we, the angels, your very own true angelic guides, are here for just that, to help you all along your own ways here, to and from within yous, to then reach without for more, or on out into your own true owns here, to be then guided on into all the mores from there, from that all here. Okay? So, do be rest assured that we really do have all of your backs here. And we will be here showing you all the ways from within yous to then reach on out for more from there. Or on out into just exactly in where the each of you do want to go from within to without. Because as we have stated here once again, we are here to and for the each of yous to show you all on into each your owns here, or to wherever exactly that the each of you would like to go on down from upon here, to then reach all of your very own true dreams without, or on out into your own now here livings of all of these things, in your now day-to-day living of them all. Amen. Truth, love, and light prevails here. Amen. Peace, love, and light to all, the angels, your own true angelic guides, showing you all on home from within yous here. Here now are the 2 bonus features of this next download of information for the each and the all of us together as one. The Creation Series. Welcome to the magnificent Magic Manifestor Magicians Tribe. Now that you have joined us in the creating and the living of your best life, the life of your dreams here in the now of your life, well then, you too are now receiving an invitation to join our family group page. Now what this page is an invitation to bring forth all of your questions and insights, all or everything that is stopping you or blocking you from your true successes. Here is where we each shall come upon one another in the helping of each other to come into your owns here, like no other here today and always then. Now, this group site was only here for those who opted in or purchased the Complete Creation Series program, or those of us who are stepping up here for the all others in the creation of their dreams here as well. Now, this is a lifetime opportunity or access guaranteed to this complete online classroom of sorts, to be guided here by others whom have stepped up and became all that they could be through the use of their very own interior guidance systems, which we all have from deep within us, here today and always then. Peace be to all. As a spiritual channel for the Mother Goddess and her special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens, Shannon will be on site daily to help you along your pathways, as will the angels from within the angelic kingdom of the heavens. Shannon's trademark quote will always be true to yourself, and life will hand you all that you could have ever dreamed possible. Now here is a site that you can each go to, if and or when you would like to learn more from within this all, because someday, when all is said and done, we will be here showing you all from within that channel, page, posting there on Facebook or another group site if need be, that we, the divine, are here to and for the each and the all of you, to answer all of your own questions, to help lead you on into all of your very own answers from within you always. Amen. Secondly, here comes forth the Creation Series, your online accelerator. Welcome to the magnificent Magic Manifestor Magicians Tribe. You have accessed your free online accelerator by joining us to reach within for all of your true tools within, and by way of your very own interior guidance system, which shows you the light of the ways within. Now, this is a tool for life, or in the creation of your best life. Free online tool for success in your life. Now, this tool is for you in your makings. Your online accelerator, which just gives you an edge over others in just how you run your life. So we, the angels, are about to show you just in how all of this whole process works. And that is in accessing yourself here now as this. And then from there on out into your nows, then coming to be, or as this here now too, which just means this, that once you are now ready, only then does this all come to be. Do you want to know why, or the whys? Only because in accessing you, all of you, as you each are, well then in and within this, we can truly then only tell this about each of you. And that is in your own true colors here now then, as you each do show up here now for the each of you, from within the spectrum of light rays, for us to see in you just how far you have come to be from within. And that just means that once we do access you here now from within this true series of events, co-creation here of sorts, are we then able to access you all that much more from within this all here now, according to your very own light rays, or in just how you do come across here for us to see you as. And that just means that, believe it or not, you each do shine as you do, according to each of your very own thought processes. But not only that, but that we can now see you here then as this. And then we can now know in what all that we can be and are to do here for the each of yous, in and or from within this all here too. So what we, the angelic realm, are here for, in the asking of you, is this, that if you want to shine all the brighter, then you need to become in this all that brighter, from within the rays of the spectrum of light rays. Or in and within this then, now comes to be as this, that we simply cannot access you all that much more, that we want to in this, only because you have not yet done the work to warrant this much attention, so to speak here then, from us. And so why we are asking of you this is here why. Simply because in your being and or doing of, well then, we can then be all that much more for you here now within this. And that is by or from within the bipolar light rays or spectrum of light rays that we can give to each of you through your light being sources or activations as such. And so in and within this, Shannon can be, do and or have only so much here from or within this, since she only has precedence over herself here and no one else. This is each of your journey here now today, and it is in you all whom must be the ones to do the work. And in and within this, to now not only step up for yourselves here, but to then show up as this true being here for the alls in and within all of this here now too. So in essence, this is what all needs to be done, to be shown here for the alls within this all in this. That once you do this, be this here now then, for the alls, well then, you cannot help but to then be this here for everyone in this. And then, well then, look out world here, for the light sources or activations will be steady here in and of the making, simply because you will in this have showed us the ways here now too, in accessing you all here now then, simply because your now then lights will be so brightly lit for all of us to see that you cannot and will not ever be missed in this. Simply because we are telling you this here now showing you this here now as this, that we are here to give you, each of you, beams or spectrums of light sources, activations, for each of you to hold, which will emit frequencies of light activations every time that each and every one of you steps up and into this all here now for the alls. So now you will be given access to this true tool here and now from within each of you, and you will feel this getting deeply embedded or installed within you. And at each act of encouragement or steps along the ways of your each own passageways, you will be given stars. Here I could see a picture of this in my mind's eye, like you all did in school at each of your passings or doings good. And then in and within this will be allowed, but not only allowed, but each stepped up for all the more within this now spectrum of light beams, which will now be protruding so that we each can see just in how brightly each of you do shine here. This tool is the online accelerator in which each of you light beings will be standing and stepping up here for the alls. So in essence, when you, each of you, stand up, step up here for the alls, well then, you are granted equal access to yourselves in the same cause and effect order in which you then came to be as. Now, can we expect for you to come forward as more here? Or will you just move on to the next thing and do nothing that matters here to and or for you and all others today? Your choice. The choice is always, always yours to make or to create from within. Either ways, the results are the same. These are the ways in which we do create our lives, the good, the bad, and or the ugly. The choice truly is yours, ours to create. These are messages from the Mother Goddess and her special band of angelic helpers from within the kingdom of the heavens, which Shannon most often terms the divine, short and sweet. And if you are here enjoying the materials being presented, please do remember to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. We will be here often sharing both insights as well as the creation series of materials, workshop information, true guidance, so that each of you can also be coming forward here as more from within this all, so that you are now then living it all from within your own minds here firstly, but then from within your now outer worlds as well, for today and the always. Amen. Peace, love, and lights. Blessings galore to the alls here. Amen.